Hey, this is me, High Priestess Elsie from Tarot and Journey, and the topic I have today is about how most men really do not like women, and the only reason why some of them actually be in a relationship is to prove to others that they like women. So basically, most of these females are cover-ups, and those that, and most of them are also pedophilians, and they do not want to just come out and say that because clearly, there's a place for that. So they indulge in that on a secret time, but they keep a female to cover up the fact that they are pedophiles. Or they date women, hoping that they could gain her trust and able to connect and groom their babies for the future, to be able to do the things they would love to do to these kids. Right.
Videos saying that dudes that be looking at underage girls talking about they gonna be fine when they get older, they weird as fuck. You got dudes in the comments. What's underage? Underage means different things in different countries. Motherfucker, I'll fuck you up. That's weird behavior as men. As men, like, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. So no, don't bring that weird shit over here. Don't bring that.
Because that's really what's going on. And I'm going to say this because it needs to be said. I'm not talking about every man, but I'm letting you know that the most of the men that I have seen from all my life is really giving us energy. And honestly, they really don't care for love like they make it seem like they do. Of course, if you help a man build himself to where he needs to be, you will see yourself without that man, because now he feels like he has upgraded enough to go get the women that did not choose him at first because they didn't see him as something worth being kept. Right.
Emmanuel, did you just call me your ex?
Yes, that's what you are.
You should have come to invite me for your wedding. Definitely.
Well, as you can see, this beautiful damsel, can you give her a 360? She is my current girlfriend. As a matter of fact, my wife to be.
Exactly.
Our wedding will be in 2 weeks' time. So I've come to give you an invitation. It will be an honor to have you in my wedding as my ex.
But Emmanuel, this was not what we discussed. You said that I should stay in the village and be doing this kind of job so that I can be able to take care of your child. How come you made it after I supported you with my father's land, which I sold and gave the money to you, and you now came back with another woman to tell me that you've come to invite me for your wedding? What happens to I am your child?
Well, Cynthia, you're right. Actually, you're right. You sold your father's land and you supported me before I traveled to Lagos. But then when I get to Lagos, I fell in love with this beautiful lady you are looking at here. And come to think of it, she's a graduate, a medical doctor at that. You don't expect me to leave a medical doctor
And
settle for less. No, come on, Cynthia, look at this. Okay, look at it this way. Cynthia, if I'm to be your brother and I have two ladies that I want to choose, who would you advise me to choose?
You choose yourself.
You or her?
You won't choose yourself or her.
Cynthia, you are not educated, number one. And not just that.
Village
Cynthia,
champion.
you are a village champion. Look at me, I've upgraded in life. I need a woman that will match my status quo. And you know you are far from that. So don't worry about the money you gave me.
My love, I don't know that there are still women that can just be so foolish and stupid as you are. You sold your father's land to give to a man.
Babe, she did it out of love.
I am coming. One thing you should know that one thing that is constant is change.
Oh, that's the word. Change.
Change is constant.
So many things have changed.
If you grow, you change many things. This young man here have risen. He has grown.
So, just always have that in mind. And I'm gonna say this and leave this alone. Like, some of these men are really mad because their mothers pick men that did not care about the household, because that wasn't his child, and did not treat him as a son. And not only that, he didn't get to do all the things that a child's supposed to do with a father in present in the household. And he always hated his mother for it. And when he comes across a woman that give him the same energy as his mom, he's thinking, this is the type of woman you are.
Of our mothers are the reasons why we are in this mess.
Not lying.
They went through hell and all with our fathers, and they kept quiet. And our sons began to watch all the things our fathers did to our mothers, and our mothers said nothing. Now the sons have become men, and they are doing the same thing their fathers did to their mothers, to their women, to their wives. And now, because women can take it no more, they are talking about it, they are fighting against it, and society is saying women are disrespectful. How cruel! How cruel could we be to say hitting a woman is okay, to say fighting for emotional peace is okay? Our men treat our women anyhow because we don't know better, because our mothers were silent when our fathers were mistreating them. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Men, most men, if not all men, we need repairs. We need mental rehabilitation on how to handle women. And I'm not talking for women. I'm just here speaking truth.
This is fact.
Yeah, because people really sit there and be like, oh, these women are running through da 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 da. But like, in life, it's pretty simple. You either get the one you damage, or you get the ones others have damaged. It's
every nigga that ever fumbled you. It's a blessing.
Fellas, don't ever do that. That is nasty work right there. Don't ever brag about your girl, your new girl, to her old man. Cause he did everything with that. Popped all in her. Everything you just starting to do, he did. You know what I'm saying? Remember, one man's trash is the next man's treasure. Take your treasure, which is someone else's trash, and ride off into the sunset. Don't act like you done did something special. You can never brag when your present is my past. Cut the malarkey, man.
See, Russell Wilson? This why everybody keep calling you a simp. And I don't care how much Sierra try to take up for you. She ran through it old. That's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to take up for the good guy, the simp that's coming clean her life up and make sure she look good now. Because Future left you wore out. You heard me? Future deemed you a baby mama for life. And I don't care how many children y'all had after Future's child. I don't care how you try to change his last name to yours. You're still pushing another man's legacy and seed, and it's sad. Now, I'm not one of them people that's going to call you corny and lame because I don't know your personality like that. But the way you behaving in the public eye due to Sierra, bruh, you're ruining your legacy. As a man, your masculinity is dwindling.
And this is a masterclass example of a man that hates women. Oh yeah, you can't convince me otherwise, buddy. You're telling me that you're
pretty simple. But they don't really want the one they damage, because they have to be held accountable for the damage that's at hand. They would prefer somebody that's already damaged or somebody that's not damaged at all. So that's why
you're mad at the man that created the nuclear family. But you're not mad at the man that ran off from creating the nuclear family. Ran off 7 times, 7 children, 7 single mothers, 7 broken homes. No smoke given for that. No accountability for that. But you're mad at the man that stepped up and stepped in. You're mad at the man that's going to be the reason why this young boy has a different outcome in life. When women say some of these men hate women, these are the type of men that they're talking about. We have men out here in society that hate women so much at the sight and the thought of seeing a woman being able to bounce back.
The grooming comes in for the youth that's growing up to be what they think a woman's supposed to be. And they'll pick the one that's already damaged by someone else because they want to be the savior. Oh, I have saved you from your issues, right? But regardless how it's played, people gotta really be realistic. Like y'all real fucked up.
Of seeing a woman being able to bounce back, seeing a woman be able to recover, and have a man step in and love her, marry her, and be a father to her child, and have additional children. The thought of a woman being able to recover, it really chaps at the behinds of some of y'all men. You can't convince me that this man don't hate women. Like, where are these men coming from? Like, I'm convinced that some of these men are creeping out of the pits of hell and putting their foot back on ground back here on earth. Go ahead and tell us the real reason why you mad, bruh.
Pretty much on the down low. They in the closet. They want dick for real. They want to be treated like little princesses for real, but they will not come out and say that. But they would love to waste your fucking time. That's.
Go ahead and tell us the real reason why you mad, bruh. It's because you want you a Russell Wilson? You want you a Russell Wilson to come into your life, get your hair cut, get you a little taper, buy you some Jordans, introduce you to his mama? Is that what you really want? Because the way some of y'all men act towards women, bruh, this level of hatred needs to be studied in a lab.
Y'all real fucked up. They y'all wonder why females is like, oh no, because realistically, if I have to struggle, with all these weird things that is in your mind, because the mind slavery is a real thing. I would prefer to cry on a jet than to cry on the metro bus going home.
Cottage industry built on dragging single black mothers, podcasts, pulpits, barbershops, and timelines. Black men gather to dissect the problem of single black motherhood, filling feeds with blame, but never reflection. 64% of black children are raised in homes without their fathers. Nearly 80% of single-parent black households are held down by women. More than 70% of black kids born to unmarried parents will never see their father's name on the school sign-in sheet, sometimes not even on the birth certificate. But listen to the rhetoric. She should have chosen better. She's raising these broken kids. She's too independent. No man wants that. Y'all have all the smoke for the women left to clean up, never a whisper for the men who vanished without a trace. This is generational hypocrisy. How do you wage war on the women who stayed, but offer protection and silence to the men who left? Why is the single mother the villain for surviving the storm, while the man who brought the thunder is nowhere in sight? You never see a war on absentee fatherhood, no marches, no trending hashtags, no endless panels about why so many black men walk out and never walk back in. Black men build platforms off the backs of black mothers' endurance, using her struggle as evidence of her failure, never as proof of his absence. And let's be real, this isn't about concern for the children. It's about punishing black women for refusing to fall apart, for making a way out of no way, and for surviving when men left nothing but shadows and receipts. Here's the coldest truth. Single black mothers are not the crisis. They're the reason there's anything left to save. If you want to talk accountability, stop blaming the women who stayed and start looking for the men who only show up to cast stones but never to carry the weight. So the next time you hear a black man blaming single mothers, remember, the real war is against the ones who did the work, while the ones who disappeared get to wage war from the comfort of their own absence.
Some of these men did marry these women. And y'all gotta remember, it wasn't that long ago. If you have a grandmother in her 90s, almost hitting 100, she could really tell you about how she was born before women was able to have the right to work, and all these gay marriages was accepted, and right. So understand, when they got into a relationship that it was supposed to be married, and certain things was being suppressed in that relationship. They couldn't be their true self. They was basically maidens in their own household. They had to take care of the house, take care of the kid, do all these things. And that man felt like it was her duty, and she had absolutely no choice, because if she didn't, she had to leave. Because that was what was being required of her, and not because she's getting to do that to be with him, because half of the time they was just tolerating these women. They was tolerating these women because they came a dime a dozen, and whoever didn't do what was required, they just kept on. They just basically picked a woman that was going to be in their modern day slavery of a woman.